Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Far away from mainland India, right in the middle of the vast Indian Ocean, lies an island that honestly most people have probably never even heard of. But in the coming years, this exact spot could become one of India's absolute most powerful strategic locations. We're talking about Great Nicobar Island. So you might be wondering, what makes Great Nicobar so important? Today, this remote island covered in dense forests is at the absolute center of one of India's biggest and, frankly, most controversial mega projects.
Section 1. India's Forgotten Island. Okay, let's dive into this.
Picture this: endless ocean and super dense forests. Now, while the island seems incredibly isolated and sort of cut off from the rest of the world, it's actually located right next to one of the world's most crucial maritime pathways. Section 2. The Malacca Strait advantage. And really, the whole story of Great Nicobar's importance begins right here, with this specific waterway. Just look at the massive scale of global trade that passes through this route every single day. We're talking about oil to power entire nations, electronics that keep us all connected, and food to feed millions. Millions of tons of cargo travel through these exact waters year-round. It's a staggering amount of traffic. And in geopolitics, geography is basically destiny. Any country that has strong control or influence near this global choke point gains enormous economic and military advantages. Basically, if you control the route, you secure your power. Section 3. The Great Nicobar Project. So what is the government's solution to securing this vital trade route? Well, it involves a massive modernization effort. That is exactly where the Great Nicobar Project begins. To secure this area, India plans to build 4 really ambitious pillars of infrastructure. They're planning a massive international transshipment port, a brand new airport, a smart township, and some absolutely vital strategic military support infrastructure. The vision here is incredibly ambitious. In fact, some folks believe this massive construction could eventually transform the island into India's version of Singapore, a vibrant global hub right in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Section 4. The Ecological and Tribal Cost. Now, what's really interesting about this is the fragile reality that already exists on the island. Because there's another side to this story. Great Nicobar isn't just an empty plot of land waiting to be developed. For generations, it has been home to ancient rainforests, incredibly rare wildlife, and indigenous communities. To really center the human element here, we have to talk about the Shompen. They are an indigenous tribe living on Great Nicobar, and what's amazing is that they live largely, almost entirely, isolated from the modern world.
Because of this extremely delicate balance, environmental experts are issuing some severe warnings. They're cautioning that a mega project of this sheer scale could irreversibly damage the forests, threaten wildlife, and permanently change tribal life forever.
Section 5. The Ultimate Trade-off. This brings us to a really profound philosophical crossroads that India is currently facing. So the real question we have to ask ourselves is, can development and nature truly coexist, or will modernization come at an irreversible cost? On one side, you have India's strategic future and economic growth, but on the other side lies one of the absolute most fragile ecosystems in the entire region. You see, the Great Nicobar Project is so much more than just a massive construction initiative. It's a defining decision about exactly what kind of future India wants to build. So, will this island transform India's global power, or will the cost simply be too high? What do you think about all this? Is the strategic advantage worth the ecological risk? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and as always, keep questioning the world.